students. Today we will study about the architecture of 8251 UART. UART means Universal Synchronous Asynchronous Receiver and Transmitter. So this interfacing IC is basically used with the microprocessor when the CPU has to communicate to a long distance. So whenever we communicate to a long distance, 8251 IC is used. So the basic function of 8251 IC is to receive the data from the CPU in parallel form and convert it into serial form. And again it will transmit the data to the receiving end, and at the receiving end the 8251 again receives the data in serial form and converts it into parallel form and provide the CPU. So basically 8251 UART is used for serial communication transmission. So this is the block diagram of 8251 IC. And it has you can say that at right hand side it has 4 blocks. Okay, 2 blocks for the transmitter and 2 blocks for the receiver. Whereas at left hand side you can see there are the 3 blocks. One is the data bus buffer, another is the read and write control logic, and another is the modem control. So we have to discuss these blocks in the architecture of 8251. So first we will study the data bus buffer. So this is the data bus buffer. This is the data bus buffer. So that function of the data bus buffer is to connect interface the 8251 with the 806 microprocessor. So this is the only basic function of data bus buffer which is used to connect the 8251 or with the 8086 microprocessor with the help of data bus. And other part is the read write control logic. So this part of the read write control logic is used to control the operation, read write control operations of the 8251. So it has different signals, control signals such as reset signal. Reset signal is used. This is the input signal to the 8251. When this signal is given to the 8251, the 8251 will be resetted. It suspends its all operation and it starts from the begin. So this is the function of reset. Next is clock. Clock signal is provided to the 8251 because 8251 transmit the data and receive the data. So data can be synchronized also in synchronous way. So to provide the synchronization, clock signal is required. So clock signal is generally used to also defines the rate of the data at which the data is transmitted or received. Next is C oblique D bar. C oblique D bar, this signal, control signal is used to select the registers. There are 2 registers which is used. One is the control word register and other is the data register. Control word register and data register. So this signal is used to decide. This signal is used to select the control word register or data register. When this signal is high, the control word register will be selected, and when this signal is low, the data register will be selected. Next is RD bar. RD, this signal is used to perform the read operation, and WR bar, this signal is used to perform the write operation. And CS bar, chip select signal. This is known as the chip. CS bar means chip select signal. This signal is used to select the chip. Chip means 8251 IC. So 8251 IC, if this signal, the signal on this pin is low, only then the 8251 IC will work. Otherwise, if the signal is on this pin is high, the 8251 will be disabled. It can't perform any function. Next is modem control. So modem control, this block is used to control the communication between the 8251 and the modem. Modem is a device which is used to perform the operation modulation and demodulation. When we transmit the data to a long distance, data is modulated, information is modulated with the high frequency wave. Again, when the at the receiving end we demodulate the information from the high frequency signals. So modem is generally used to modulation or demodulation. So when the 8251 will communicate with the modem, handshake signals will be required. So there are the four handshake signals. These are the DSR, data set ready, DTR, data terminal ready, CTS, clear to send, RTS, request to send. These are the handshake signals which is used to control the operation between the 8251 and the microprocessor or microcontroller. Now, the main block of this IC is transmit control or transmit buffer, and receive control and receive buffer. So these are the two blocks. Upper two blocks are used for the transmitter and lower two blocks are used for the receiver. So we know that the 8251 is basically used to transmit the serial data or to receive the serial data. So each 8251 has transmitter as well as receiver. So for transmitter it has two blocks, transmit buffer, and receiver it has two blocks. It has two blocks. So there is a transmit buffer. It is a register. It is a register which convert the parallel to serial conversion. This buffer receives the data from the CPU in parallel form and converts it into the serial form. And this serial data is transmitted to this TXD line. This is the line through which the data will be transmitted to a receiver in serial form. And next part is transmit control. This part, transmit control the operation of the transmitter. So one signal transmitter ready signal is generally used to decide to show the CPU that the transmitter is ready to transmit the data. TXC means transmitter empty. This signal also sent to the CPU that transmitter has no data to be transmitted. So through this signal it will also request the CPU that please send the data for the transmission. Now next is TXC. TXC bar is the transmit clock signal. So this signal generally decides the data rate at which the data will be transmitted to the receiver. So transmit clock is used to decide the rate of the data at which the data is sent from transmitter to receiver. So this is the rate of data which is sent, is also known as the baud rate. Baud rate means data bits per second. It is the unit of data transmission or receiving which shows that data transmission or receive bits per second. Next is the receive buffer. So it is also buffer. It is a register which is also converts the data CL into the parallel, because the receiver will receive the data in CL form, and this CL data will be stored into the receive buffer, and receive buffer will also converts the CL data into the parallel form. So the CL to parallel conversion also performs in this buffer, and this is the RxD line. Through this line the CL data is received by the receiver. Next is RxDY, receive ready. This is the receiver ready signal which shows that the receiver is ready to accept the data, to receive the data. This is a control signals. Next is RxCVAR. RxCVAR generally signal is used to decide the rate at which the data is received by the receiver, just like a TXCVAR. TXCVAR decides the rate of data which is transmitted, whereas RxCVAR decides the rate of data which is received. Now another is SYNDET/BD. This is known as synchronous detect / break detect. SYNDET का मतलब synchronous detect और BDT का मतलब break detect. So this signal is used either when the data is transferred in synchronous mode or in asynchronous mode. So when the data is transferred or received in synchronous mode, synchronous detect signal is used. Or when the data is received in asynchronous mode, break detect signal is used. So these are the block diagram of the 8251. Now in next lecture we will study the detail of 8251, operation of 8251. Okay, thanks.